Okay, so most people learning linear algebra just call numpy functions and move on. Dot product, np dot dot. Matrix multiplication, np dot matmove. Done. But here's the thing. If you don't know what's actually happening under the hood, you don't actually understand the math. And if you're trying to get into ML seriously, then that will come back to bite you. So today, we are going to do something different. We are building matrix operations completely from the scratch using plain Python lists, no libraries, nothing. And then we are going to rewrite everything in NumPy, and I'll show you exactly why NumPy is so insanely faster. Let's get into it. So, real quick for context, a matrix is just a grid of numbers. For example, here A is a matrix of one row and three columns, one, two, and three. And I can make same as B. Now, when I print A and then print B, after that, print A plus B. Okay, so here's the result. We can see A is there, B is there, but when we are trying to add 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 5, 6, what lists are doing is basically they are concatenating them together. They are not actually adding the elements. Like I want to add here 1 plus 4, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 6. That is what we mean by addition of matrices. So how would we deal with it? We will have to make loops, and then we will have to actually add the values manually via loops. So let's go into the functions page, and then I'll make a function here. Let Okay, so I have made the function here. Let's see if this works. So first thing we have to do is we have to import the file here. Import functions, and after that, what we are going to do is I'm going to remove this line and then print functions dot add matrix. Yeah, let's see. See, 1 plus 4 is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, 3 plus 6 is 9. So let's see what my function did actually do here. The first thing it did was basically check if they have the same length. Basically, if they both have three elements. And then what I did was I added them together. Instead of making a new list, I just stored them in A. Okay. So one thing that you have to keep in mind, what will happen here after that, if you want to print A, they both are same. Basically, A has become A plus B. So how do we tackle this? We can just change it. I'll do one thing here. I'll make a new list. After that, I'll do row dot append AI plus BI. What this will do is it will add the same elements of not same elements, same indexes from each list, and then store it in row. And then I want to return row. This way, A won't be affected. See, it's back to normal. Okay. So let's move on to the 2D matrix one. So first thing I'll do is I'll make two 2D matrices. Yeah. So my two matrices are made. Now let's see. Yeah, as you can see, my two matrices are made. Now I'll do one thing. I'll try to access its first element. A0. After that, print A1. Okay. So we can see that our first element is basically the first matrix, and second element is the second matrix. Okay. Now we have to design a function or make a function that will do one thing. Uh, First, it will go to the first matrix, check its length. After that, check its length and compare it. Then after that, it will compare its main length. Basically, how many number of matrices it has. Um, like it shouldn't have one matrix here and then two matrix here. Okay, so the number of matrices should be equal, and since it is a 2D matrix, its size or dimensions are 2 rows by 3 columns, basically 2 cross 3. Okay, now I'm going to make its function to add them. F add 2D matrices. Now first thing we have to check its length. If length A not be equal to B, or length A 0 not equal to length B 0. What this does is basically compare the rows. We can see A0 is first row, so it will compare the rows. Okay. Now, next thing, we have made a matrix. I'll name it result, and this time we will need two matrices, one outside so we can share the main result outside, and second, which will keep resetting so that we can add fresh elements to it just in case we have more than one matrices inside the main matrix. Basically, if we have more than one matrix inside the 2D matrix. Okay, so first thing I'll need is row equal to nothing. Okay, now I'll do this. What this is doing is basically for I in range length A, it will check the number of elements. If the length is 2, which it is here, it will go from 0 to 1. I will go from 0 to 1. And the next thing that we are going is for j in length A0, which is 3 here. Since it is 3 here, it will go from 0, 1 and 2. Now we are trying to append Aij plus Bij. What this will do is, first it will be 0 and this also will be 0. What this will do is, will add 0 0, that is 1, with 0 0, that is 7. So 1 plus 7, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 9, 4 plus 10, 5 plus 11 and 6 plus 12. Now we have appended the row to result, and after that what we will do is return result. Now let's check it. Print functions add 2D matrix. As we can see, our first operation, that was add in matrices, is successfully made. You can do the same with subtracting, just to change it to minus and it will be subtraction, and do the same here, change it to minus, that will be subtraction. In the next video, what I'll do is I'll make a video for multiplication.